Hey guys, Sri from A7A Accelerator 7 Achievement. Today we're going to talk about the A7A Pyramid of Success. So what is that? It's basically we know what we want at the end of the year and we want to know how to get to it. So we basically took the sales funnel and we flipped it upside down, and that's what created the Pyramid of Success. So how does it work? So let's say you work you as a salesperson, or you have your own business and you're selling a mid-range kind of product. So you make a profit of, let's say, $1,000 on each product, and you want to make $100,000 in profit at the end of the year. How do you get there? Well, first you start from the top. You got to know what you want. So you need $100,000 at the end of the year, and you go down the steps and you see how you can start taking action to get to that $100,000 at the end of the year. So at the first, you have your leads. So this is the list of emails. This is how many calls you make. You gotta make phone calls, you gotta knock on doors. These are the leads that you do. You take action on them to be able to get to the next step, which is the first pitch. So what's the difference between a lead and a first pitch? Well, the lead is just the fact that you're sending an email, that you're making the phone call. The first pitch is actually when you speak to someone, because not everybody's gonna talk to you right away. Not everybody's gonna answer your email. So when you pick up the phone, like Jordan Belfort said, you pick up the phone and you call, this is the first step right here. When you actually speak to someone and he agreed to listen to you, this is the first pitch, the elevator pitch. So this is the presentation of your product. This is not the full presentation yet. And then after that, you will need to take an appointment. Most of the time, you take an appointment for this kind of product. If you're selling something that you're gonna make a profit of $1,000 on it, I doubt the person is gonna give you his credit card number right away on the phone. Maybe it is the case, but most of the time you have to meet him either online or in person, or you have to, there's steps to it. So you get the appointment, and after that you make the actual presentation. Now this is the real thing. This is the real meeting. This is where the sales happen. And once you do that, then you get to the sales. And when you have enough number of sales, then you get to your goal. Now, the lead, if we want to make $100,000 at the end of the year, and we make a profit of $1,000 on each product. So let's break it down to know how we can take action and make it easier on ourselves. So if we're aiming for $100,000 at the end of the year, and each sale makes us $1,000 in profit, so we need at the end of the year to have completed 100 sales. So if you make 100 sales times $1,000, you make $100,000. To be able to get to these 100 sales, you need to make 400 presentations. Let's say, why? Because let's say in your industry, 25% of the people after listening to you, they will buy. So doesn't matter, at least we know how much are they. So if 25% of the people you actually present to buy from you, you need to make 400 presentations in the whole year. So to get to 400 presentation, you need to have 500 appointment. Why? Because sometimes people cancel. They will give you, they say, yeah, I will meet you, and at the end of the day, they don't. So let's say 500 appointment will get you to 400 actual presentation. To get to these 500 appointment, you have to make 2,000 pitch in a whole year. 2,000 pitch, why? Let's say again, 25% of the people you pitch to actually agree to meet you to actually listen to the whole presentation. So to get to these 2,000 pitch, let's say you have to make 10,000 phone call or email or whatever it is that you do with your lead. Why? Because these are, you have low expectancy with this kind of attack. So it's, let's say it's 1/5, 20% of the people you actually approach agree to listen to you or actually pick up the phone at the first place. So if 10,000 calls actually get you to 2,000 pitch actually get you to 500 presentation, get you to 500 appointment, get you to 400 presentation, get you to 100 sales. It will get you to $100,000 at the end of the year. Do you have control on any of this? No. You don't have control on the sales. You can't force people to actually buy. You don't have control on the meetings. You don't have control on the appointment. You don't have control on the pitch. The only thing that you have control on is the number of time you send an email, is the number of time you pick up the phone, is the number of time you knock on a door. This is the only thing you have control on. And if you take action on this, it will get you to your 100,000. Now, how do you control this even more to your actual situation? If I tell you do 10,000 calls in a year and you'll be good, it's a big number, it's depressing. So let's break it down even more. 10,000 calls in a year, if you divide it by 52 weeks, that's 193 calls a week. So if you divide it by 5 days a week, you're working 5 days, that's 39 calls. If you make 39 calls, or if you knock on the door or you send 39 emails per day, you will get to your $100,000 profit at the end of the year. So follow this and you will be able, with any type of goal that you have, reach the success you're looking for. And I'll see you at the other side.